away in a discreet corner in the Congressional Cemetery in Washington, D.C., there lies a nameless tomb marking the grave sites of several gay military servicemen. The tomb reads, "A gay Vietnam veteran." And then right below, they gave me a medal for killing 2 men and a discharge for loving 1. These lines, according to the Huffington Post of September 6, 2015, serve as a crushing reminder of the injustice experienced by gays and lesbians who courageously serve for our country. The New York Times of September 11, 2015 puts a name to this injustice. Private Donald Holman, who was discharged from the military in 1955 for being what they called a Class 2 homosexual. Scared and ashamed, Holman burned essentially all of his military records in an attempt to forget the fact that he was made an outcast by the very country he served. The Human Rights Campaign of June 22, 2015 estimates that 140,000 service members were discharged from the military for being gay between World War II and the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell in 2011. Today, these veterans are left with a stain on their past that tells them that their service is somehow less valid than that of their fellow servicemen and women. And even worse, they aren't suited for the benefits they deserve. Over 4 years have passed since the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, so it is high time that we demand reparations for these gay and lesbian veterans. And we must act now. 65 World War II veterans die each day, and living veterans desperately need access to the VA. It is imperative that we discuss the problems with these missing health benefits, why these statuses have not been changed, and offer solutions. To a naval veteran, Robert Fry says, "Shattered him." In 1955, Hal Faulkner was given an undesirable discharge from the United States Marines, according to Alternate of September 13, 2015. In 2013, Faulkner was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and in his last few months to live, he fought to have his discharge status upgraded to its rightful designation of honorable. Faulkner is not the only gay veteran to be faced with health concerns after being discharged from the military. So let's discuss the problems with these missing health benefits and the non-military consequences these gay and lesbian veterans face. First, most outed gay and lesbian veterans were given less than honorable discharges, and consequently they lost certain benefits, such as retirement, education, VA home loans, and their lifelong insurance through Veteran Affairs. Moreover, even if they suffered an injury during their time in service, they are no longer eligible to receive wartime disability. Take, for example, Lisa Weissmiller, who was discharged from the military in 1979 for being gay. She experienced this lack of health care firsthand. Her PTSD, which did not come from combat, but from the harassment she underwent for being suspected of being gay, went untreated. Lisa told Military.com of September 3, 2015, that her treatment was barbaric in the U.S. Army. She and a fellow female soldier, also accused of being gay, were interrogated for hours and given extra duties as punishment, ultimately stripping her of her dignity and mental health. Healthcare benefits aside, these less than honorable discharges can scar, according to NPR, like a scarlet letter. The Central Future Florida of September 3, 2015 explains that these veterans can also have a hard time finding a job, as many employers view dishonorable discharges as a criminal conviction. In addition, these veterans can have a hard time securing bank loans, and their children and widow spouses are no longer eligible to receive their pensions. Finances aside, these veterans are being ostracized from the very institution that they worked so hard to serve, just because they happen to love someone of the same sex. Having that undesirable blemish on their record essentially serves to invalidate that hard work. All medals, awards, accomplishments, and even the right to wear their uniform has been erased with the stroke of a pen. Technically, any former member of the military can challenge their discharge status at any time. So, after Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed in 2011, many gay and lesbian veterans began that process. The Washington Post of October 3, 2015 estimates that 6,000 have had their statuses upgraded. While that may seem like a large number, it's actually less than 5% of the total members discharged for being gay. There are two reasons for this incredibly low number: lack of knowledge about discharge upgrades and the convoluted discharge upgrade process itself. First, few veterans know how to challenge their discharge status. Retired Naval Commander Zoe Dunning told the Bay Area Reporter on September 3rd, 2015 that, "I still think it is not widely known that it is available to them. There is no one organization leading the cause." Since there is no specified program in place for these discharge upgrades, the system is currently putting all the pressure on the veterans when the system is what wronged them in the first place. In order for a gay or lesbian veteran to get their discharge upgraded, they often have to seek legal help in order to find all of the correct documents and navigate the paperwork. And that process can be extremely complicated, which leads us to our second cause: the convoluted discharge upgrade process itself. Matt Thorne, Executive Director at Outserved Service Members Legal Defense Network, told the New York Daily News of July 1st, 2015, that the paperwork is the most difficult part. For older veterans in particular, paperwork can be problematic, as most pre-1994 documents vanished in a Department of Defense archives fire. Now, even if you are able to find all of your service records, your DD-214 form, all of your discharge records, and can navigate the form, the SF-180, it can be emotionally exhausting. Lori Gum, an organizer at Stonewall Columbus, told the Columbus Dispatch of July 3rd, 2015, that she helped 6 veterans fight the uphill battle to get their discharge upgraded. 3 of them, however, gave up before the process was even done due to the emotional damage of digging up old memories. In a system responsible for the suffering of thousands of gay and lesbian veterans, upgrading their discharge statuses should be a no-brainer. However, for some reason, we are expecting to be abused to mend the wrongs that the federal system served them. We must begin to fix our damages on 2 levels: the federal level and the personal level. Currently, there are legal steps being taken to solve this issue. The Restore Honor to Service Members Act was reintroduced in 2013. This bill would create military review boards that are timely, consistent, maintain a transparent review process, and simplify paperwork. In other words, it would remove the onus from the veteran and place it on the Department of Defense to review files. In addition, this bill would make our shameful history visible, as the secretaries of each department would enlist historians to acquire testimonies from individuals who have experienced discrimination and post them as a part of our official military history. This bill was first introduced in 2013, and according to the aforementioned New York Times article, it has little chance of moving forward this year. This is where our personal solutions come in. We must lead the charge to get this bill passed. I have created a petition on change.org titled Restore Honor to Service Members. Sign this petition. Donate or volunteer to the campaigns of Brian Schatz and Kristen Hillebrand, the 2 senators who proposed this legislation. For those headed off to law school or who have friends and family members who are lawyers, please consider adding discharge upgrades to your pro bono portfolios. We must begin to right the wrongs of our history. Private Donald Hallman decided to hide his military past by living a successful life with lots of children, a wife, and having the job as the president of a trucking company. However, he always felt like there was a stain left on his life. Today, we discuss the problems, causes, and solutions of less than honorable discharges for gay and lesbian military personnel. It is high time that we give Hallman and the thousands of other service members like him the respect and dignity they deserve.